Hey guys, HCGChica. Today is I think day 63 or 4, something like that. I wanted to do a vlog today. I've actually made a number of vlogs in the last week, and I uploaded one and then I took it down and I didn't upload any of the others, and I don't know why. It wasn't quite how I wanted it. But anyway, in this vlog, I wanted to talk about my own personal reasons why I eat a lot. I'm still, maintaining my weight and everything, but I'm really starting to like a lot of what Woodall is saying in her book, Weightloss Apocalypse. I've been reading some of it, and, at first I was thinking, I don't think there's really a reason why I eat a lot, because I eat extremely healthy foods. I never have any flour products, any refined sugar anymore, and it's been months, So I eat really good quality, good healthy food. However, I still have a problem with amounts. I like to be able to eat a lot. And I'm just too small to be eating that much, And I don't like that I have a tendency to get overfull and feel uncomfortable. So I've just been thinking about that, like why is it that I do that, because I don't feel like I'm sitting here, eating my apple with almond butter or eating my little hamburger patty or vegetables and like thinking anything emotional or anything. But it did occur to me a couple things, and I just wanted to talk about it because, I think some of us wanted to hear more of what's actually on our minds as opposed to just what we ate. So I realized one of the things that kind of started me down the wrong path to kind of fixating on food more was when I came down with a chronic illness. I was like 22. I'm almost 31 now. When I was around 22, I started not feeling well, being really fatigued. And I've always been a very active person. I like to be productive. I hate wasting time. I'm one of those people who always brings something to read if I'm going to be standing in a line, or I just always want to be doing something. I like to feel productive. I don't like to just sit around. So when I started getting extremely fatigued, all of a sudden I was not able to do as much, and I felt yucky because of that. It doesn't feel good to not be able to do what you want to do. So I think it was around that time that as I became more and more limited and didn't know what was wrong, and I did have all of the different emotional issues that go with not being understood for a while, because for everyone else around you who's busy working and cooking and cleaning up and doing all of that, they can't figure out why you're not helping or you're not doing stuff. And so it was a difficult time for me, emotionally, because I didn't even know it was wrong either, So I was like, man, maybe I'm just lazy, but I really couldn't do certain things, oftentimes. And I would, if I did anything like with people, anything social, I would totally crash after, and it would take me like 3 days to recover, and I would just feel awful and have to sleep a lot, just for like a 2-hour occasion, So just things like that. So having those issues, I think I did start eating more because it was kind of one of the only things left that I could enjoy. I used to like to hike. I used to bike ride with my dad. I just did a lot of stuff. I had a painting business. I don't know if you guys know what faux painting is, but I used to actually go into homes and paint entire rooms, using, a ladder that could go 2 stories high. And I would cart all my own equipment, and I liked to work out. I liked to be strong. I painted all kinds of furniture at my home. I had a lot of artsy, craftsy hobbies. And it got to the point where I couldn't do any of that anymore. So I think, I started eating more because that was something that, at least for the moment, was enjoyable, And, just the frustration of not knowing what was wrong either. And it is true, not feeling well. I'm sure that I ate as a result of not feeling well or having an emotional episode, or whatever the case may be. So I think, that kind of started a bad pattern that once I found out what I had, which was 2 years ago, and I did feel a lot better. In general, for the past 2 years, I felt normal and really good. But I think the thing is the habit was already there, and I kind of got used to overeating and, you know, overstuffing myself. And, you know, I used to eat pretty bad stuff. I got into a habit of eating a lot of sugary foods and things that are not healthy anyway, to eat in that amount anyway. So even though I've gotten away from that, from eating those foods, because I've seen how it affects my health, I still haven't been able to get away with having too large amounts of food. So I think the other thing that I realize that makes me overeat now sometimes is that when I get tired, and I'm too tired, because there are things that I can do now when I'm feeling good, which is a lot of the time, but when I get tired, you know, we all get tired throughout the day at different points, and I guess I find myself eating, once I start eating, it's just like, it sets me off, where I just want to eat a lot. And that's why the Eat, Stop, Eat protocol has worked well for me so far, even if, you know, maybe it's not totally addressing the real issues behind, you know, eating the right amounts, or how to do that. But it has worked well because I'm fine when I'm not eating. If I'm not eating at all, that's easy for me. But as soon as I take a bite of something, a piece of steak, you know, I want to eat the whole steak, not just a couple ounces of it. I want 4 or 6 ounces. Well, I just want to eat the whole thing. And then I end up getting overly full. And, you know, to be honest, I don't really know why I have that response, why my body has that response. Because it doesn't only happen when I get, like, overly hungry. I think we all know that feeling when we let ourselves go too long without eating, and then when we just, like, want to stuff our face. But I feel like in general this happens even when I'm not really hungry. So that is one of my struggles. And, you know, I am a stay-at-home mom. So I spend a lot of time with my son, and oftentimes it's in my home. So, you know, part of it could be due to not necessarily boredom, but just the way that I'm busy is taking care of my son and, you know, trying to teach him. And it can be a pretty exhausting job sometimes. And, you know, I think eating is just something that kind of goes along easily with it, and being home a lot, you know, whereas I guess if I was rushing around, you know, doing a bunch of other things, maybe I wouldn't have even time to think about food, you know. So that could be part of it too. So anyway, I think those are some of the things that cause me to eat a good amount. And I'd like to really try to work on that. I don't know if I can do that, just eating a little bit, you know, until I'm not hungry anymore, because that's my whole problem. But I mean, I definitely think it would be a good thing to try. I think the other thing is I do take thyroid medication that's pretty powerful, and I take a pretty high dose of it. So I kind of think that affects my appetite as well. And then I take a little bit of cortisol. So I think those two things also make me want to eat more. So that could be part of maybe a downside to those two things that I take. But overall, they make me a normal person. So, but anyway, I just wanted to kind of share the things that make it difficult for me. Yeah, I mean, I feel very motivated to maintain my losses, but I think Robin is right in some of the vlogs she uploaded that you won't maintain those losses long term if you don't change your mind, because, you know, sooner or later you're going to, you know, go through a rough patch in life, and, you know, then everything can go out the window, you know. So I'm hoping to maintain a lot of the healthy habits that I've started, but I do have definitely a lot to work on. So anyway, that's just what I was thinking about. And other than that, my CrossFit's going really good. I'm getting some definition. I don't know if you can see right here, getting a little line for my biceps, and I mean, I still have plenty of fat on here too, so I need to get rid of like this stuff, but eventually I'll have a little more definition. So I'm excited about that. I do it because I really like it. It's really fun for me. And I actually, this week, haven't been since Sunday, and today's Friday, and that's kind of the longest break I've taken. because I felt like I was getting sick. And it was hard getting up early to go this morning, and I was like, man, maybe I just need a little longer break. Maybe I'm just still too tired, and I was so glad that I went. I felt a lot better. It really does a lot for me mentally, and it just makes me feel like I have a plan and that I'm doing something good for myself, and that in turn makes me want to do more good things for myself. So anyway, that's all I wanted to share today. Hopefully this will upload. I've been having trouble uploading lately. Take care, guys. Bye.